What's up, guys? Here we are on the Kurzick side, and I'm playing with the Necromancer using Well of Power as my elite. So you can see that I will be able to exploit a nearby corpse, and allies within this well will then gain +6 health regeneration and +2 energy regeneration at the 14 blood magic that I'm running. So wells are oftentimes underutilized in Guild Wars. And here in Fort Aspenwood, since there are lots of corpses, it's fairly easy to exploit these wells. So that's what I'm doing here to provide a little bit of team support. But this build does have some pretty good damage as well, and some nice condition spamming. With Barb Signet, I can deal bleeding at no energy cost. Then I can follow it up with Oppressive Gaze to inflict poison and weakness. For some extra degeneration, as well as a way to help keep myself alive, I have Life Siphon. And then I have Signet of Lost Souls as a way to, again, give myself some health and energy. I have Rotting Flesh as a way to spread disease. And then skill number 7, this is Well of Profane. And this works quite nice because when I cast this well, it strips enemies of enchantments, and then enemies within that well can no longer be the target of enchantments. So honestly, this works really well, especially on the Luxon side. If you have an enemy player that dies near Gunther, and then you can exploit that well, and then the Kurzick team cannot heal Gunther if he's inside that well, or they cannot cast enchantments on him. However, I decided to kind of give it a try here as well. I might be able to cast this Well Profane if there's an enemy that dies near a Siege Turtle. Then the Siege Turtle will be stripped of enchantments and cannot have enchantment casted on them. So that works out pretty well. So we'll see if I'm able to utilize it well in this game. And my last skill I have on here is Strip Enchantments. It's a way for me to remove 2 enchantments, gain a little bit of health. Always comes in handy. Here you can see every time I see someone die, I'll just try to cast this Well of Power. That way, some nice health regeneration as well as energy regeneration. But I do like the damage with this one overall. It's very easy to spam bleeding, poison, weakness, disease, and just give the enemy team some max degeneration. Life Siphon, of course, is very easy to spam on lots of different enemies. And at many points in this game, I do have full max regeneration going if I'm standing in the well and have Life Siphon on a couple enemies. So, works pretty well. It's hard for me to die here, especially with using Signet of Lost Souls. And it's great team support, both in terms of damage and in terms of propping my teams up, their energy and their health. Especially when these NPCs die, it's nice to cast Well of Power. And then when the gates come back up, or if there's still NPCs living around them, they'll take some of those health benefits. So I really feel like Necromancer is a very versatile class. It's very fun to play, all the different builds that Necromancer has, whether you're running a Minion Master, whether you're exploiting wells. Even there's some strong skills like Spoil Victor, right? Icy Veins. There's just lots of good choices when it comes to playing Necromancer, both in PvP and PvE. See this one enemy here is trying to kind of run by, go up to the screen gate. Maybe he's playing a bomber build. You can see him running using Shadow Walk there. Luckily, we were able to take him out. So my focus here is just keep on spreading these conditions, this degeneration, and keep on casting these wells. Nice thing is that I can have multiple of them up at the same time, so you can see there's 2 wells there for a second. The Well of Profane I don't use too often here. It actually does cost 25 energy, so it's a little bit costly. And it's kind of niche in where it comes in handy. I'm really just focusing on this Well of Power overall. This disease is nice because, of course, disease as a condition, you can cast it on one person and then it will spread between enemies, as well as between allies too, though. So you could end up unintentionally transferring disease to your teammates as well. See, we also have this Richless Spirit here. It is also giving us some health boosts, some regeneration. So lots of health regeneration on this team between the Well and Spirits. What I really like about it, though, where it has benefit over Well of Blood, is the fact that it also provides +2 energy regeneration. So hopefully if my teammates are smart and they're running low on energy, they see this Well of Power, they'll stay inside of it. Like this monk here, he probably could have stayed inside of it, benefited from the health and energy regeneration. In a lot of these spaces here, especially inside of this green gate, there's small spaces where the well will cover pretty much wherever you can stand. Like kind of in this alley area right here. It works out pretty nicely. If it was just a huge wide open area, it might not be as effective. In some of these tighter spaces, it works particularly well. There you can see one got cast on those NPCs, so that's great. It's going to help keep them alive. And energy is never really a problem with this build. Again, Well, Profane's the only one that kind of is a little bit costly. But everything else I can just keep on spamming. Stand inside the well, get some extra energy, regeneration. Use Signet of Lost Souls, get some more energy. So it's pretty good overall, right? Life Siphon's only 5 energy. Barb Signet, right? No energy at all. So very easy to maintain my energy here. But I've kind of lost count of how many different wells I've been able to cast this game. It's just over and over and over again with all these different deaths. Here I think I cast my first Well of Profane, although not really that useful in this situation. That's okay. This game is looking really good for us. We're dominating the enemies at this point. We're not really keeping any of these gates closed, but every time they do run in, they're just getting destroyed. Our team has done a nice job of taking down the siege turtles as well, which of course is a goal playing on the Kurzick side. But overall, really good defense, really good healing on this team. Having a monk and a ritualist is really beneficial. And then some good damage overall as well. This looks like this will be a flawless game for myself. 0 deaths. And overall, pretty easy, pretty fun. So, make sure you guys don't discount these wells. Give them a try. Fun to run. I'll link the skill template in the description of this video so you can load up this exact build if you wish. And overall, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content, guys. And cheers.